Hello everyone, and welcome to Decay of Logos. Now, as usual with this series, I don't know much about this game, other than it's a third-person kind of exploration combat game. I don't know if it's open world, I think it might be. Apparently the emphasis is on minimal hand-holding, which might be a problem for me. And, can I use a controller? I can use a controller for this. Can I or not? See, yeah, okay, alright, we're in controller. I do like to sort of jump into... I know it can be a bit frustrating because I have no idea what I'm doing. It can sometimes be a little bit difficult to watch, I would imagine. But, you know, this is the kind of new player experience you're witnessing. I do have my controller plugged in. Let's just jump right into it. And apparently the combat has got a bit of an emphasis on challenging combat. The sleep of reason produces monsters. Apparently. Francisco Goya. So I don't know how long we'll play the game for. Anywhere up to an hour. Links are in the description if you want to know where to find this game. Looks like it's got a bit of a fantasy vibe. A to jump. B to slide, apparently. Right trigger does that. Right button does that, so it's like a fast attack and a heavy attack. Okay. That was like a parry, LB. Oh no, that left trigger. Yeah, left button does like a parry of some sort. Trying to see if there's any kind of dodge. Hard to say. I feel like with some of these indie games, like a lot of effort goes into them, like cinematically and into their presentation. They might not look the best graphically, and their mechanics, they might be a little bit kind of janky, I guess is the word. But, you know, I think some of them, they have a lot of heart. Don't know about this one, but it's definitely got a bit more in the way of presentation than a lot of other indie games do so far, of what we've seen. Maybe there's some kind of survival elements. I know it's very loud. Okay. Can't pause it, so we'll just keep watching for now. Decay of Logos. I'll try and address the sound in a second. Stats are lowered due to dying repeatedly, making you look hurt and unable to sprint. Rest at a camp to recover, but be prepared for ambushes. It looks like it's got a few sort of like hardcore elements to it. Based on the short info that I've read, or the small amount of info that I've read. Alright, just give me a second. Okay, so hopefully some elements have been turned down a little bit. So minimal hand-holding is one of the parts of the description that kind of stood out the most. A hearty bruise. So maybe it doesn't tell you much. I mean, we haven't even had a single instruction yet on, you know, this. Do this to attack. Do this to dodge. The good pilgrim understands that friendship emboldens the spirit in the face of adversity. Thou shouldst always try to clear a path back to thy kinsmen and seek solace in their companionship. Thou shouldst make use of both thy light and heavy attacks to ward off danger. Okay. So here's our kind of instruction, I guess. Thou shouldst block or parry blows steadfastly. Some blessed shields allow the pilgrim to perform powerful twines with ease. Oh my goodness. For they are imbued with Magicai. Block parry LB. Shield Magicai. LB and left trigger. So I can't do anything with left trigger yet. It looks like we've got a timed parry. Or a parry, which is by definition a timed thing. Thou shouldst make sure the most important items are easily accessible in thy belt. The good pilgrim also tries to keep their inventory well supplied at all times. Item Y, inventory stats. Y does nothing at the moment. This is our inventory, apparently. So there's magic as well. Okay, so maybe we'll have a little bit of a look at this as we pick some things up. Physical protection is at 10. Okay. Echoes, don't know what they are. Grey. Maybe this is like a place of resurrection if we die. Or a save point. I guess that's probably the same thing. Thou shouldst lock thine eyes on a target if overcoming the enemy is proving to be an insurmountable task. Dodging incoming blows then becomes a simpler matter of timing and focus, so right stick to lock. Okay, so there is a dodge, but only if we're locked on. Good to know. Thou shouldst make use of jumping and sprinting to keep thyself from harm. Sprint to hold B to sprint, okay. Jumping. Okay, we figured that one out. The fuck was that noise? Okay. Interesting. We've got an onion. Some sort. Okay. That was weird. But, onion, I guess. It sounds horrendous. Okay, managed to block it. Shit. So the combat doesn't feel the smoothest or the most responsive, but you know, maybe if we get into it a bit more. Many a times will the pilgrim be tempted to explore areas off the beaten path by the promise of earthly goods. Thou shouldst be mindful of covetous thoughts. So essentially that's a warning, isn't it? Not to go in here, but, you know. How do we know without going in? Really? Yeah, I saw those crates moving. Okay, maybe it was just a physics sort of bug. Alright. Okay, so there was nothing in here. Nothing dangerous, at least. Good God, it's quick. Combat's slow, but it's kind of... I guess it's intended to be that way. Gotta be really close to connect with that block. I have no stamina. Oh shit, alright. Yeah, okay, so it's got a sort of slow... one of those kind of slow combat, I guess patient combat would be the way to describe it. Thou shouldst remember to always watch thy step, lest thy pilgrimage be cut short. Fair enough. Yeah, so it's not going to be one of those kind of fast-paced combat, fluid combat sort of games, I guess. More patient combat. Slow and methodical. Oh, fuck this. Okay, we've got multiples, alright. This is going to be a bit tricky then. Shit. I need to figure out how to use that potion. This guy over here is bugged out a bit. Which, I mean, I don't mind, but I do at the same time. Okay, he's back in the game. Alright, I need to kind of figure out how to use potion. Did I just whistle for my steed? Okay, so right on the D-pad changes the brew. What uses it though? Is it X? No. Y was it? Yeah, it was Y. Alright. It doesn't feel terrible. There's a little bit of clunkiness kind of to it. Some of the, you know, the attacks sort of miss and your opponents kind of bog out a little bit, it seems. But, I don't know, I'm still interested enough to carry on playing it. I just tried to play a game called Necrovision. First person shooter, couldn't do it. 15 minutes in, I abandoned it. And, wasn't very good, but thou shouldst avoid battling multiple foes simultaneously, for thou couldst get easily overwhelmed. Ranged weapons can be used to lure a single target at a time. Now, we did just pick up something. Well, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so... Did I not pick up another weapon then? I mustn't have done. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd have an option to change it. Can't lock on just yet. It seems you've got to get pretty close to them to lock on. I don't think I want to be... Oh! Oh, wow! Okay. So you have iframes. That's weird. See what I mean? Like, I pressed LB to block and it didn't block, but the character still missed me. So I've noticed that happen a couple times. Ooh, wow, my health is low. What does a balmy brew do? Probably restores. Oh, okay, a little bit of health. Or a lot of health. Lullaberries. Give them to your companion. Don't have a companion, do I? What's that thing doing? He's not happy, is he? Just over here headbutting a tree. I mean, maybe it's some sort of mystical communication method of some sort. I don't know. Could be, couldn't it? What are we doing here, man? What's your business? I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. I can't tell if it's clunkiness or if that's intentional. I don't know, you know, it's, I mean, it's okay, it's alright. I think I'll carry on for a little bit longer. You know, just so you can get a bit of an insight into what the game is. I often wonder, like, you know, do YouTubers, when they make these videos, are they genuine? Maybe, and everybody has different standards, don't they? Listen. Collected an echo memory. Which is something in here, isn't it? I have no doubt something unnameable has been set in motion. I can feel it. Whilst our treasonous sovereigns entertain themselves with their own malicious ventures, wreaking havoc, a much graver plot unfolds. The rumours concerning a village from the furthest edge of the realm disturb me greatly. It is now more urgent than ever. I must find her, for only she can mend the king's bleeding heart. Yeah, so, you know, I wonder, like, how some YouTubers approach these types of situations where, like, right now, I'm a little bit uncertain how I feel. There are elements that I like. There are elements that are kind of putting me off a little bit. But it's a kind of tricky thing to approach as to how you can, you know, comment. Because I know for myself it's very easy to get stuck on kind of negative points. But at the same time, I think if you give things a bit of time, sometimes the charm can grow on you and your feelings can change. I guess that's one of the difficulties of doing like this first reaction type gameplay, where I do basically as little homework. Wow, okay, so I can just walk off the edge. Let's try this. I do as little homework as possible, which really means I look at the name of the game and I look at the basic description, and maybe I look at a picture or two just to see whether it's like an RTS game or a third-person game or first-person game. And I sort of think I'd give it a try. I don't think I want to eat that one this time. I kind of ate it without realizing, thinking I was just going to pick it up, the last one. And it poisoned me, so I think I'll leave it.
Please, don't leave me here to rot. You must get me out.
Who's that talking? Yeah, so it's like I kind of have to hold my thoughts back a little bit so I don't go on a kind of negative tirade, I guess is the right word, even though that's what I'm feeling at the time. That's why I wonder, you know, how many people who play these games, how do they navigate it? Do they really express how they feel? Or are they trying to, like, make the video appear better than it is? I don't know. I'm just speaking my thoughts at the moment. Like, I don't feel comfortable for the sake of making a video that I want, if I want the video to be good, like making it feel or making it seem better than it is. You know, because I want people to have a positive experience when watching the video. It's a tricky one, a little bit tricky to navigate. We now have a shield. So I guess that's just auto-equipped. And ooh, that's nice. So left button now does this. I wonder if I can still parry though. Maybe I can't. Maybe that's the trade-off. If you have a shield, you just block. And if I now do left button and left trigger. Okay, so let's have a chat with this guy. The door's locked.
You're still so young. But I see it. I certainly do. That fire in your eyes, burning with determination. I can tell you've got some fight in you. I'm just a humble wheat trader. I mean no harm. I have done no wrong. Those things, they threw me in this damned cell. I've eaten nothing but dirt for days. Heaven knows what they've got in store for me. Wooden aberrations. Bloody wooden beasts. Utter madness, I tell you. There was an ambush. My mates, they... Oh, heavens above, my mates. We were stashing our wares at the usual trading spot, inside an arks up north. I know it must be close by, for they haven't dragged me far. My abductors may have returned there. Up on the cliff overlooking this sanctum, across the broken ark, one of the woodmen should be carrying the key. I beg of you, please, you must find it.
I mean, it's not bad, you know, like it's got voice acting, the character designs, like the item designs are not terrible. I guess it's that what is it called, like polygon style. It has a name, doesn't it? Can't get that one. Low poly style of design, and it's not terrible. Yeah, I think I'm going, you know, with the channel, the more I do these videos, the more I learn about myself and what kind of content I want to create or need to create. And the more... Pick up iron lever number 1. The more videos I do, especially these types of games where I'm not really sure what it is, and I don't know what I'm doing. The mechanisms crafted by our kinsmen are often worn out from use. In case a piece is missing from a particular contraption, thou shouldst search for it in the surrounding areas. So the more I realise, like I really just want to present an honest and truthful, my truthful self as I'm having that experience. Positive and maybe negative, although again, as I've said before, I don't like to be negative, but I can't pretend either, you know. So far so good though, with this one. I'm definitely leaning more towards the positive than the negative. Okay. Alright. I've got an icy brew. Can I find out what these things do? Like, do I have an inventory? I mean, this is my inventory, but Oh, here we go. Okay. Fiery sap. A combustible fluid extracted from a rare plant. Applying it to weapons imbues them with the power to burn the enemy. Hearty brew. Drinkable mixture that prompts an immediate surge of vitality, quickly restoring the user's health. Oh, that's the same. Hearty brew. Icy brew. Quickly turns perspiration into small ice crystals, putting an end to all burning damage. Alright. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Simplistic, but, you know, it works. Interesting. Yep. Okay. And the sound's not bad, you know, like we're clink. More like when we walk slowly, we got the... Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, the bottles have got little, like, liquid animations in them too, look. That's pretty sweet. No, that's detail that even a lot of AAA games don't have. Yeah, I'm often torn. I mean, I am, but I'm not. It's like there's a part of me that's torn a little bit, that I just... In my ordinary life, I don't pay attention to it. Because I don't care. I don't give a shit. But... Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. Ooh. Oh, I can crouch. Does that like... Oh no, it doesn't. That doesn't affect the combat. Oh shit. Brutal. Yeah, so normally, like, I don't really care, you know, like, what other people think about things. This is one of the things that's quite difficult about having this channel, is some enemies are very weak to status elements or elemental damage such as fire. Like, the more I try to make videos for other people, like for you, the viewer, the more I notice... Can I ride this? Moody. Alright, lullabillies. Lullaberries. The more I try to make videos for other people, the more it just feels odd. It feels odd, you know. It's like, well, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you like. And it kind of confuses me as to how to present the game for somebody else. So I feel like I really can't do that, you know, as weird as that might sound. I don't know which way to go. Pretty sure it was this way, wasn't it? I can ride this beast now, can't I? Can I? Yes. Kick. Oh, like kick the animal. Oh wow, the animal's stressed. Well, de-stress. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's hard to drive, guys. Oh, you don't have to push forward. Okay, it's one of those types of situations. It's a dead end. So the more... He's not very fast. He's not going faster either. Okay. I think I'll just walk. A little bit less stress for me to just walk. So, you know, like somebody, Sadie, said to me in the comments the other day, partway through... Here we go. Onion monster. You know, to just... her advice was regarding... I can't remember exactly what it was. Something along the lines of, you know, just be true to yourself. And, oh yeah, it was through the series we just did. Hellblade. Oh shit. About labels for certain mental health stuff. You know, there's a lot of labeling going on in the world, and Just be true to yourself and you'll be alright. So I feel like I have to kind of come back to that same principle with regards to these videos, which really means I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to present, I guess, a raw and honest account of what I'm experiencing, even if what I'm experiencing at the time is a little bit of confusion and a little bit of feelings of negativity. I just feel like that's not the best viewing content, you know. I think I myself tend to switch off if I encounter a lot of negativity in a video. If somebody, it's not like getting to a level of toxicity. Shit, man. Oh wow, I hit the wall. I think there's just a line, you know, like it's okay to kind of give a bit of criticism. Of course it is. It's okay to express how you're feeling, even if you're feeling a little bit negative about things. But I do think there's a line, and it's probably a fine line, whereby misery and like negativity becomes a bit excessive. Look at this guy here. Otherwise you end up like this, you know, a little bit kind of over dramatic about things. So, you know, I'm always aware of this. As I start to feel negative feelings about things, I'm like, well, how much should I express? Anyway, I'm just voicing my thoughts. Shit, hey, double trouble. Oh, he broke his shield. Okay, we'll let the stamina build up a sec. Not bad, not bad. Definitely not bad. Not terrible. It's surprising me. It's got a lot of little details, you know, like I was surprised I broke that guy's shield. You know, the fact that you can't hit through a wall is another thing that even a lot of like AAA games miss that detail. They let you swing, you know, in any environment you want. Certain moves anyway, the walls just kind of aren't there, you know. It's got that sort of realism, hardcore element to it a little bit, which I kind of like. I really like, actually. So we've got a bit of a... Oh, shit. I've just noticed our sword. It looks like it might have condition. Like how on that symbol at the bottom right, the orange element at the bottom, unless I'm misreading that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Alright, definitely the kind of experience I think takes a little bit of getting used to. I noticed myself a little bit more doubtful about it in the beginning, and then kind of warming up to it. You can store items like armor. I didn't get a chance to read that. I mean, I did, but I just didn't. Didn't read it. I could see myself returning to this for a little bit of an exploration and, you know, to see what the game becomes. It's it feels okay. If I had to give it like a percentage out of 100, I'd say, you know, somewhere in the region of like 65, 6.5 out of 10 at the moment, 65%. Feels alright. It's not terrible. The game's not in early access or anything as far as I know. It's a fully released game. I'll put the link in the description for where you can find it if you're interested. I think I've downloaded this on Utomic, which is, as I've mentioned in a couple other episodes, I think it's like another kind of Game Pass subscription service. You know, you pay a certain amount, dollary dues each month, and you get access to like 1,000 games. It's quite a decent service. I've only just started using it. And with the game with that service comes a standard discount if you choose to buy a game, you know. Anyway, it's not terrible. I don't know how much I like the kind of respawn all the way back there mechanic, but you know, it is what it is. What is that? Two braces of bark. They are exactly the same, but maybe they have better quality. No, not sure exactly what that orange thing on the sword means. Whether that does mean kind of condition, or does it represent something else? Yeah, look at my shield on the right when I get hit. Watch it. Okay, you didn't see it. Watch. There you go, it's going down. Let's see what happens when it goes all the way down. Shield is almost broken. Oh, shh. So what am I going to do? My current leg armor is almost broken. How do I get more then? I wonder if there's a crafting element. I wonder if there's a crafting element that we haven't unlocked yet, or can we like repair? There's probably like, maybe we come across a town where there's a blacksmith. I'll tell you what, the more I play it, the more this is growing on me. Let's just see if we can have a little bit of a run around without getting into too much combat. Just see what's going on around the place. What have we got over here? Kind of different enemy here, is it? Oh no, he's got some sort of head armor or neck armor. So open world, I'm not sure how big the world is, but it seems like it might be half decent. Let's just have a little look around before I finish the episode up. Good pilgrim is keen on swordship and fast on his feet. Thou shouldst remain vigilant of self-betterment opportunities. Every action improves thy body and mind. Really? Oh, I suppose, we're XP 69 out of 75. Alright, let's carry on until we hit a level up. And see what happens when we hit a level up. Is it an automatic level, or do we, you know, pick a skill or something like that? Yeah, quite pleasantly surprised by this game so far. New rest location. Sleep. You are extremely tired and should sleep to regain your stats. Oh, wow. So because we're tired, we've dropped in our stats. Yeah, I need to sit back a bit. but also some unpleasant surprises. So I opened up that menu by accident. Curious to see what happens. Like, how are we gonna fight when our sword? What the fuck just happened then? Oh, can you slide run? Can you? I mean slide. Okay, all right. So you can press X while moving. I don't know if that does damage. No, it doesn't. This may have been a bad idea. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Alright, so we're getting a little bit heavy-handed right now. Let's see what we can do against this wasp. Alrighty. How's that level up coming? Almost there. Oh shit. Don't really like the idea of engaging them both at the same time, but I don't know if we have much of a choice. Oh, I've lost my shield. Okay, we've leveled up. Right, let's have a look in here. Maybe so. It looks like it's just kind of an automatic level up. What did we just find there? Some arrows. Be interested to see if there's a crafting element to the game. If you can craft your own weapons and armor. Still, we haven't found any magic yet either. Commonly used by hunters from pleb settlements. Okay. Not the most common word to find in a video game, is it that, pleb? Plebeian? Oh, is this a funeral? Like a funeral place, is it? I don't know why. What that symbol is about. Thought I'd triggered some kind of trap then. Yeah, definitely mixed feelings on this one. Leaning left definitely more towards the positive, like I said. For what it is, like obviously an indie game. It's good, it's alright. A little bit more polish would have been amazing, you know, would have really boosted it up a bit. yeah, I definitely feel like I think, and this, I don't know, you know what I think part of it is? I don't know whether I feel qualified to comment sometimes, but I feel like if I was a teacher and somebody brought this to me, my student, I'd be like, man, that was a really good effort. You know what I mean? Like, you should be proud. You should be proud of your effort. You know what I mean? But maybe I'm being overly harsh. I don't know. I really struggle with this sort of thing, I don't like to be critical. That's probably part of what it is. Of certain things, I don't like to be critical. I certainly don't like to be judgmental in any way. And I think there's a part of me that feels like it's being judgmental when I make comments like this, which is why I find it tricky. Thou shouldst rely on a trusty companion in case thou art not pulling thine own weight. So there's obviously some sort of mechanism to open this door, although where is my trusty steed? I feel like maybe I need to get my friend to stand on this. What's this here? Anyway, this has been, what's this game called again? Decay of Logos. And I just realised, I think we put this, mask on. I just picked it up off the floor, did I? Interesting. Yeah, definitely leaning more towards the kind of positive towards this game. And, it looks like it could be a little bit of fun. Maybe it's right up some people's alley. And I know that part of the problem is, because I've never really played, or I haven't played a lot of indie games, I need to learn to not always compare everything to, like, a lot of the very well-developed, highly polished AAA-type games in terms of mechanics and polish and budget and things like that. So I think the more I expose myself to these types of games, the more I'll appreciate them and the more I'll understand them and the more I'll be able to recognize what is and isn't good. This definitely 100% has the vibes of a great indie game. It's probably developed by a small team, and it's a great effort for sure. So I think I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, thank you for joining me for this episode. I've already forgotten what this fucking game is called. I just mentioned it 2 seconds. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Decay of Logos, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. Goodbye for now.